this morning on DC News Now. We're talking about a warm up out there today, 50s to low 60s. So certainly feeling a bit more spring-like out there later on this afternoon. Even warmer tomorrow. Of all the latest details and when we finally start to notice much more seasonable temperatures coming up.
Also coming up this morning, President Biden delivering his State of the Union address. What the president is hoping to accomplish and how he plans to cross the aisle.
Plus, passionate pleas. Prince William County neighbors debating local leaders on data centers. The hours-long meeting that happened overnight.
And saving money on the big game. We broke down the best deals to show you where you can save on your favorite foods.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning. It is now coming up. It is now officially 8 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Yeah, a few days closer to Friday.
Yes, we're getting there.
We are. I'm Corey James. Thanks for joining us. Let's get right to meteorologist Jackie Lair this morning. She's tracking your forecast. It is a warm Wednesday, Jackie.
Yeah, it looks relatively calm out there on the water as well. And we're starting off with some clouds out there. But eventually we'll notice more of that sunshine emerging, allowing those temperatures to gradually warm up. But out there this morning, relatively warm out there for this time of the morning for early February standards. We're starting off into the 40s for many locations. Typically, our average high temperatures are into the 40s, to put it into perspective. 46 currently right now in DC, 45 in Waldorf. We're now finally at 40 degrees in Hagerstown. We were holding steady at 38 degrees for much of the morning show. We're low 40s at Leesburg and Manassas, as well as Culpeper, mid 40s, Fredericksburg. We do have this cold front swinging through. Now, you may be noticing we do have the clouds out there, especially for the eastern half of our viewing area. But behind that cold front, we're not tracking a cool down, but we are going to be tracking a gradual clearing of those skies as that high pressure back out towards our west moves in. So today, those winds will be relatively calm, and we'll notice those winds shifting to mainly out of the north-northwest. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds this afternoon, highs, low 60s, a little bit warmer tomorrow, more clouds though with a chance for a few showers. More details on the timing of those showers coming up. But Shanika's here with the all-important traffic update. How are those roadways right now?
All right, we're in the 8 o'clock hour, and we're looking at something that seems to be pretty serious, actually. BW Parkway heading southbound. This is near Maryland 100 in the Arundel Mills area. Crash activity to the left, as you can see, and you can see that car really crushed up there. Hopefully everyone is okay. Let's flip over to the maps. You are seeing heavy delays, of course, because of that situation through Hanover, and that is important as many people are traveling toward the district. So do be careful in this area. It's going to take you some time to get to the Beltway.
All right, thank you, Shanika. Here's a look at what you need to know before you head out the door. Both political parties reacting to President Biden's State of the Union address this morning. The president touting his achievements and economic plans while calling for Republicans and Democrats to work together. More coverage of Biden's address coming up in just a moment.
And debate continues in Prince William County over new data centers. A public hearing just wrapped up about a few hours ago. Now, neighbors there pressuring local leaders, sharing that they feel the centers are intrusive, loud, and negatively impact children.
And rescue efforts continue in Turkey and Syria as people are searching for loved ones in the destruction. The death toll is now above 11,000. This makes it the deadliest earthquake in the last decade. Virginia Task Force 1 is in Turkey this morning providing help.
And King James adding another milestone to his Hall of Fame career. Basketball legend LeBron James breaking the NBA all-time scoring record with this shot late in the third quarter last night. Yeah, nothing but net there. As they say, swoosh. Swoosh. The previous person held the record for nearly 4 decades.
All right, well, developing now, another marathon meeting for the Prince William County Board of Supervisors just wrapped up at about 3 o'clock this morning. The meeting again discussing plans to put data centers in the county. Our Lex Soares is live this morning in Woodbridge with more on that. Good morning, Lex.
Good morning. Well, that meeting ended just before 3:15. Before the meeting even started, they had a rally outside of the board here at 6 o'clock, and that was mainly focusing on the Devlin Technology Park proposal. Now, while they were talking about that proposal and mostly focused on that with the rally, the organizers that brought the rally here also talked about other data center projects that are planned for the county. So those projects have also led to long meetings, with the board continually voting to move ahead despite concerns over environmental and health impacts and noise. But back in November, they passed the amended comprehensive plan after another marathon meeting, and that one lasting 10 hours. Now, that comprehensive plan did include some compromises when it comes to wildlife impacts and noise concerns. It had a 5-2 approval But what it really did was set the wheels in motion for the Prince William Digital Gateway project to start getting underway. So the next steps for that would be for the board to talk about rezoning plans, and with the rezoning of certain land in the county, they would be able to start moving forward with these data center projects. Now, with this marathon meeting we had last night ending just after 3 o'clock, we're still working to confirm exactly what the conclusion of that meeting was, but we know that they were in there for hours hearing from people and discussing things. And of course, as we find out exactly what that conclusion was, we're going to let you know both here and online. For now, live in Woodbridge, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
Thank you, Lex. Last night, President Biden called on Congress to finish the job of rebuilding the economy and uniting Americans during his second State of the Union address.
But his speech comes as recent polling shows a majority of Americans feel pessimistic about the country's direction. Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley is live on Capitol Hill with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Hey there, guys. Good morning to both of you as well. Last night's speech was fairly light on major new policy announcements, but it was heavy on calls for more bipartisan cooperation to try to get work done for the American people. Now, the speech itself lasted just over 70 minutes. The president tried to portray the nation as heading in the right direction, one dramatically improved from when he first took office. He highlighted the end of COVID restrictions, a stronger economy with more jobs, and a renewed focus on American manufacturing. He also called on Congress to stop its partisan bickering and come together to pass laws that benefit all Americans. Recent polling from the Associated Press shows only a quarter of American adults think the country is heading in the right direction, and that a majority of Democrats don't want President Biden to seek another term. Despite that, the president appeared confident in his record and in the face of ongoing GOP criticism that he's ignoring issues like the border.
And to my Republican friends, if we could work together the last Congress, there's no reason we can't work together and find consensus on important things in this Congress as well. But I think the people sent us a clear message. Fighting for the sake of fighting, power for the sake of power, conflict for the sake of conflict gets us nowhere.
Americans want common sense from their leaders. But in Washington, the Biden administration is doubling down on crazy.
So far, the president hasn't officially announced that he will seek another term in office. Sources close to the White House say that announcement is expected to happen sometime over the next several weeks. That's the latest here on Capitol Hill. We'll send it back to you guys.
D.C. police are investigating a shooting in Anacostia that sent a man to the hospital. The shooting happened just after 5 o'clock last night near a Metro bus stop on Sheridan Road. Now, the victim was found a short time later near the Navy Yard Metro station. Police are looking for a gray BMW in connection to the shooting.
New details this morning about the man accused of shooting and killing a Metro employee last week. A judge says the suspect, Isaiah Trotman, will be held without bail. Authorities want to keep Trotman in custody, saying he's a danger after he was hospitalized for a mental evaluation. Documents say he boarded a bus before the shooting and told one of the victims he was a prophet. The documents also reveal he told another victim he would shoot them because he was God. Trotman is due back in court next week.
And change is coming to bus shelters this week in D.C. as the city works to replace them. Many bus shelters are almost 50 years old and can't be repaired. That is why crews are putting up temporary wooden stations with artwork unique to each station while the work is being done. But some riders are concerned about safety because they say you can't see through those wooden stops.
I don't think it's a good idea. I think it would impede your vision. There could be people around here, people causing crimes that could easily surprise you.
And Metro plans to replace 75 bus stops next year. For a full list of those stations where those shelters are being replaced, just head to our website, dcnewsnow.com.
Your time right now is 8:08. A major win for the D.C. Teachers Union this morning. Their new contract was unanimously approved by City Council. On March 24th, teachers will see cost of living raises and retention bonuses on their paycheck. In May, they'll receive retroactive pay dating back 3 years. The union also negotiated for better working conditions.
And your time right now is 8:08. D.C. council members taking a stance when it comes to violence against trans women. They passed the Jasmine Star Parker Memorial Recognition Resolution. Now it honors the first transgender person murdered this year. The council also unanimously passed a bill to protect consumers. It says debt collectors cannot visit your home and threaten you for unpaid bills. However, utility companies are an exception. Council members say they are allowed to stop by and warn you about disconnection.
And Hagerstown is making history as its first black mayor is about to take office. Takesha Martinez has been on city council and has served as a program manager at a Hagerstown community center. Martinez will fill the shoes of former Mayor Emily Keller. Maryland Governor Wes Moore appointed Keller as advisor for opioid response. City Council member Shelley McIntyre says she sees Martinez carrying on the legacy of the outgoing mayor.
She really has done an excellent job of creating a community that felt as if they had a voice and, someone that they could rely on, but someone that can really take what the council has built and what Emily has also built and continue that path.
Martinez was elected mayor halfway through her term on city council. If the council does choose from among its own to fill that vacant position, it will then open another vacancy on the council.
And falling under scrutiny, that is what some feel is happening to a tax incentive program in Maryland. It's called Enterprise Zone Program, and there is now a bill in the state's House Ways and Means Committee that seeks to make changes to the program. If approved, some believe it will make it harder to attract new businesses and keep old ones.
We're seeing businesses in our downtown and property owners in our downtown utilize this for any commercial space. So it helps with the revitalization of our downtown, as well as it creates opportunities for some of these larger businesses like Tractor Supply, like Amazon, like Hitachi Rail, that are using the Enterprise Zone and landing in Washington County.
The program has helped counties develop since the 1980s. Washington County small business leaders say it makes a huge difference in communities that are struggling.
All right, your time right now is 8:11 on a Wednesday.
Yeah, big debate. Should police be able to search a vehicle that they say smells like marijuana? We have both sides of that argument coming up.
Plus, embattled Congressman George Santos facing more pushback, this time from voters in his own state. If the congressman will be booted from his seat, coming up. And we are taking a live look outside this morning. So, Jackie, what can people expect when they head outside today?
Well, out there this morning, we're starting off with some clouds. We'll eventually notice emerging sunshine, temperatures warming up, tracking those highs right into low 60s for much of the region. Warmer tomorrow, although we'll be tracking more clouds and a chance for a few rain showers. The latest details and a 10 of those coming up.